Welcome back to Pretty Vain. I'm Sequoia, and I am here talking with Lisa Vian Hunter. I totally mispronounced that before. I'm sorry about that. You're on Fashion Star. Welcome.
Yes,
thank you so much for being here. We're so excited to talk to you. Tell us about how you got into designing. You have a lovely store right here locally, Vian Hunter House of Fashion.
Yes.
And tell us how you got into designing originally.
Well, I think it was just in my blood. I think I was born with it.
That's a good
So I
start.
couldn't help it. But it just took me a really long time to finally get into it. So I went to the fashion design school when I was 18, and I toured it with my mom. And I thought it was great, but I thought it was really overwhelming. I didn't think I could handle it. So I literally waited 20 years, and I was 38 when I went back to the exact same school.
Good for
and
you.
did the fashion design program. And so I was 39 when I graduated.
Then you really know that you want to do it, though.
When I started.
Okay.
So, yeah, I graduated, and then I turned 40, and I started my own business. And here I am, a few years later, and just, still working on things.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the best part about fashion and running your own business.
Right.
Always something to do, always something new, always changing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you're inspired, you talk a little bit about this on the show and in your store. You're inspired by 50s and 60s,
Yes.
vintage.
I love vintage fashion. I love the late 50s and early 60s. I just think it's such a beautiful feminine time for fashion, and that's where I got my inspiration. I sell a lot of vintage clothes in my retail store also from that era. But women just really connect with those clothes. They're very feminine, and they're timeless. They're not trendy clothes that you get tired of. So that's another bonus.
Yes, they do. They stay.
Yes.
They have stay power for sure. I want to get right to the show because I want to hear, I don't know how much you're allowed to talk about it, but I'm just going to ask the questions
You can
anyways.
ask me anything.
Okay, good. So tell us how you got along with the other designers. What was that like?
Oh, that's a good question.
I always want to know the behind the scenes because they edit those shows like crazy. I really want to know.
Well, I would say for the most part, we got along really well. Most
part.
I know.
The other part.
Yeah, I mean, you're putting 14 egos into one room. 14 fashion designers or, wannabe fashion designers, but future fashion designers. So it's 4 very intense individuals. So, yeah, it was, like I said, for the most part, it was great.
Okay. And the mentors. So you have the mentors that are with you that give you some feedback and advice on the show, the celebrities.
Right.
And then there's the buyers. The buyers aren't involved at all during
Correct.
the...
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at
so
all.
how was that talking to them and getting their feedback? I would feel super intimidated.
From the
I don't
mentors?
know. Yes.
I think they were nervous.
Really?
Yeah, for the very first episode, and everyone was lined up, and they were lined up, and we were lined up, and we had all these cameras, and so there was a lot of waiting, and they were standing there, and they literally looked as nervous as we were.
Oh, that must be kind of comforting
nice.
a little bit. Yeah, I know.
Nice.
I would.
Wait, so this is the show with Jessica Simpson, right?
Yes.
How big was she?
Oh.
She was not pregnant.
Oh, she wasn't.
If that's what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yes.
You're not talking about those horrible high-rise pants that she was photographed in for like 3 straight months of her life. Poor thing.
That was a long time
Yeah.
ago. But yeah,
Oh, wait,
you
so-
know what? It's very refreshing. She is a big girl. Okay, Nicole Richie is a size 00, and Jessica Simpson is clearly not a size 00. And I think for me, it's very refreshing to be around a celebrity that is not super
totally.
teeny
I mean, that's why
tiny.
Kim Kardashian is my favorite, but I was talking about Jessica Simpson being pregnant. I've never seen someone,
Yeah, I just can't believe she's still
Seeing someone.
pregnant. I mean,
Yeah,
she looked
me too.
like she was going to pop 2 months ago, so I don't.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
Yeah.
hopefully
she'll
she'll be having a baby soon.
soon. Get that over and done with. So you mentioned that it was a long time ago, and you spoke to me about this earlier, but I don't think Chanel was there yet. You auditioned for the show or started the process.
Yeah,
over a year ago. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And most shows aren't. I mean, they're a long ways worth of production, but this was different because they manufactured things,
Right.
Or they
we
needed
had
the time
to wait for them to manufacture the clothes. So, we filmed last summer, and they needed time to make the clothes,
Right.
and get everything going. So it's been I think it's just been very confusing for the viewers out there, trying to get the whole thing figured out.
Yeah. It's a new way of doing it. And you've had to keep all those secrets and keep all that under
There's
wraps.
There's been a lot of secrets.
For a long time.
And there still are secrets.
I would love to say we're going to announce one on Pretty Vain, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're not going to get you to crack. So your store, tell us where we can find your store, and you have online shopping as well available.
Yes, my store is 2814 East Madison Street in Madison Valley. So it's right next to Capitol Hill, right between Capitol Hill and Madison Park.
I love that area.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. We have a lot of great shops on our street and restaurants, and our website, www.vianhunter.com. We have a brand new shopping cart as well.
Excellent. VianHunter.com, and the store is called Vian Hunter House of Fashion.
Yes, ma'am.
And where are you going to go with your fashions and your designs in your stores? What's next? I mean, you've kind of done a lot already. In 2.5 years.
Paris,
I can't believe. I know.
Milan. We'll find out.
Do you have your line in fashion shows, I'm assuming, locally and or nationally?
Well, I'm having my big fashion show on May 4th, which happens to be Audrey Hepburn's birthday.
Oh, my gosh. Coincidentally.
Yes.
Is it called, what's the event or the show? What's it called?
It's called... Let's see, what should I call it?
Oh, let's think of the name.
Hunter Spring Event.
Okay. I love it. Where is that, and where can people find out more information about that?
info@vianhunter.com.
Okay. Are there tickets? People selling tickets?
It's a free event.
It's a free event.
Yes.
Just to
but
showcase
the store can only hold so many people, so we'll be cutting it off at a
get on
point.
it to go and check out. Now, how many lines do you do each year, or do you is it just
constant?
It's just constant.
It's
something
not
new.
two big lines. It's every month I have a few new items.
Okay.
My designs are pretty classic, so I have a sale once a year. My designs just don't go out of style, so I just keep adding on to it and building from it.
I love that. That's the best kind of article of clothing.
Do you sell your designs in other stores, or it's just available
Not yet. I'm looking for a sales rep. I feel like I'm starting a brand new business with my wholesale line, so it's just a whole new venture that I'm getting into.
Oh, my gosh, that's so exciting.
Yeah,
well, can people follow you on Twitter and find you on Facebook as well?
At Lisa Vian Hunter.
At Lisa Vian Hunter. Is your Twitter handle? Okay.
Yes.
And then they can find you on Facebook as well.
Yes, Vian Hunter House of Fashion.
Oh, my gosh. Well, we're so excited. May 4th event. Email info@vianhunter.com to get more information and make sure that you're first in line for that party to see all the new stuff that's going on and check out your store. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to go to commercial, and we'll be right back.